Right now, the room you're sitting in is saturated with invisible energy. Your smartphone, your wireless router, your smartwatch, and your television are all blasting streams of data through the exact same airspace at the exact same moment. If you took two fire hoses and pointed them directly at one another, the streams of water would collide, explode, and shatter into a chaotic mess. If two cars try to occupy the exact same lane going opposite directions, they crash. Yet in the 2.4 GHz radio spectrum, thousands of distinct signals from Wi-Fi routers, Bluetooth headphones, and smart peripherals are forced into a narrow, shared corridor. How does your neighbor's Netflix stream avoid colliding with your Zoom call in midair? Why don't they scramble into useless digital garbage? Keeping your digital life intact through this invisible traffic jam requires a delicate negotiation between the basic laws of physics and hyperspeed human engineering. The first part of the answer lies in the physical nature of a data signal. Electromagnetic waves are not solid objects. They are self-propagating ripples of energy that operate under their own set of physical rules. Because they are fields rather than matter, they obey the principle of superposition. Two distinct radio waves can occupy the exact same physical space, pass perfectly right through one another, and continue on their way with their shapes completely intact. The data doesn't crash in midair. The danger only materializes at the precise moment those overlapping waves strike the receiving antenna. When two signals hit the metal at the exact same time, their energies combine. If the peaks of one wave align with the troughs of another, they cancel each other out entirely. The antenna registers a dead flat line. This is destructive interference, and it means the hardware is blinded. Since the laws of physics guarantee that overlapping signals will corrupt at the receiver, engineers had to choreograph when and how these devices speak before a transmission ever begins. The first line of defense is filtering by pitch. Just as you can isolate a high-pitched voice in a loud room, an antenna can tune in to specific, separated frequency bands. This chart shows how Wi-Fi claims its territory. It uses a technique called orthogonal frequency division multiplexing, carving a wide channel into multiple dense subcarriers to create a stationary block of energy that pushes huge amounts of data at once. Bluetooth has to survive in the shadow of that massive Wi-Fi footprint. Instead of sitting still, it uses frequency hopping, acting as a narrow spike jumping across different slots to find empty space. It maps the occupied airspace and changes its pitch up to 1,600 times every single second to find quiet pockets of air. Separating data by frequency works when your router and your headphones are across the room from one another, but that strategy fails when a Wi-Fi radio and a Bluetooth radio are soldered into the exact same smartphone. When frequencies overlap inside a single device, they have to separate their signals by time. Wi-Fi operates on a strict politeness protocol called carrier sensing. Before your laptop transmits a single packet of data, it goes completely silent. It listens to the airwaves for a microsecond of silence and will only speak if the channel is totally empty. Even that waiting game isn't enough when you have a Wi-Fi chip and a Bluetooth chip sitting mere millimeters apart, forced to share a single physical antenna to communicate with the outside world. To prevent the chips from screaming over each other, hardware designers built a physical mediator directly into the silicon, known as packet traffic arbitration. If the Bluetooth core needs to stream audio, it sends an electrical request signal to a central arbiter. It holds its data back until it receives a clear grant pulse, temporarily pausing the Wi-Fi chip to secure the antenna. The arbiter acts as a microscopic traffic cop, aggressively toggling permissions back and forth, so the shared antenna only handles one conversation at a time. When you zoom back out from the silicon traces to the scale of your living room, the density of the system becomes apparent. That invisible airspace functions as a highly structured, hyper-speed network. Every time you load a web page while listening to wireless headphones, you are reaping the benefits of billions of invisible, flawless micro-negotiations happening every second across all of your devices. The modern wireless world is a triumph of precision, using cooperative human engineering to harness the immutable physical laws of the universe.